Salem.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his country will be the one to decide whether and how to respond to Iran's missile and drone barrage earlier this week, brushing off calls for restraint from close allies, including British Foreign Minister David Cameron, who told Sky News,
"The situation is very concerning. It's right to show solidarity with Israel. It's right to have made our views clear about what should happen next, but it's clear the Israelis are making a decision to act. We hope they do so in a way that does as little to escalate this as possible." Cameron's in Jerusalem and says he wants to get the focus back on the war in Gaza. Meantime, violence continues to surge along Israel's border with Lebanon. A Hezbollah rocket attack wounded at least 14. Senators are to be sworn in as jurors shortly for the impeachment trial of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. But Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is expected to call votes to dismiss the articles.
This is an illegitimate and profane abuse of the U.S. Constitution. The framers were clear. Impeachment should never be used to settle policy disagreements.
House Speaker Mike Johnson's forging ahead on an aid package for Ukraine that also includes Israel and Taiwan. Hard-right Republicans have threatened to oust him, but Johnson's texted GOP lawmakers he's starting a push to hold votes on the funding later this week. The northern Ukrainian city of Chernihiv was hit by Russian missiles today, bringing down an 8-story apartment building. The death toll there has risen to at least 17. Boeing is in the spotlight as the Senate holds hearings on allegations of major safety failures at the aircraft maker. Witnesses include 2 whistleblowers, a former Boeing manager and a current engineer at the company. And the NBA has banned Toronto Raptors player Jonte Porter after a league probe found he disclosed confidential information to sports bettors and bet on games. This is AP News. The last available Stanley Cup playoff berth was determined in an unusual fashion last night. Dave Ferry explains.
The Red Wings and Penguins can't be happy about the way they were eliminated from the playoff picture. The Flyers needed a regulation win against the Capitals just to keep their postseason hopes alive. So Coach John Tortorella pulled goaltender Samuel Ursan with the game tied 1-1.
I'm pulling him, and that was the right time to pull him. Didn't know anything was going on with Detroit at that time, but immediately after that, our video guys told us that Detroit just went to overtime.
The move backfired when TJ Oshie scored into an empty net with 3 minutes to play, giving the Caps the second wild card in the East and eliminating the Wings, Pens, and Flyers. David Perron scored a tying goal for Detroit with 3.3 seconds left in regulation. The Wings won that one 5-4 in Montreal. I'm Dave Ferry.
The NHL regular season wraps up with 4 games tonight and 6 Thursday. I'm Ben Thomas, AP News. Thanks for listening.
Hi, my name is Michelle Bland. I'm the new family nurse practitioner at SMDH Family Medicine. I will be providing family medical services for all ages. I'm now accepting new patients, so please call 729-8000 to make an appointment. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurances. Salem Memorial District Hospital, every patient, every encounter, every time.
If spring allergies keep you trapped inside, then you need Navage Nasal Care to keep you breathing clearly and enjoying all the beauties of spring. Navage helps clear nasal passages that are often clogged because of seasonal allergies. Navage gently flushes a pure, refreshing saline solution through your nasal passages to clear out congestion, sucking out that springtime pollen and other irritants trapped in your nose. Navage is available online at Navage.com or in stores at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, and Target. Navage, Navage.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
Good afternoon. Sunshine, 77 degrees during the noon hour. Our forecast today, sunshine will continue, a high temperature of 83. Wind will continue, too, out of the west at 13 to 18, gusting to 30 miles per hour. For tonight, we'll have a clear sky, an overnight low in the upper 50s. The wind becoming south at 5 to 9 this evening. And then for tomorrow, a 90% chance of Scattered showers and thunderstorms more likely toward the afternoon. High temperature of 81, a south wind at 13 to 17, gusting to 26. New rainfall amounts on Thursday could range anywhere from a half to 3/4 of an inch. Thursday night, 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, a low of 43 degrees. Wind out of the west during the evening at 14 to 17, turning to the north after midnight, and they may gust as high as 26 miles per hour. Another 1/4 inch of rain possible tomorrow night, maybe a little bit more if we do get the thunderstorms. Then for Friday, mostly sunny, a high temperature of 63, a north wind at 10 to 14, gusting to 22. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low of 40. As we look ahead to the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, partly to mostly sunny both days, a high of 60 on Saturday, down to 36 with some clouds Saturday night, and then more sunshine on Sunday with a high of 61. Sunday night, mostly clear, down to 37 degrees, and then for Monday, mostly sunny, high temperatures in the upper 60s. Monday night, partly cloudy, a low of 46, and then on Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high edging over into the low 70s. Right now, 77 degrees with sunshine, wind out of the west at 18 miles per hour, relative humidity at 32%. It's time now to get some commentary from the Brownfield Network and also a check of the midday livestock report.
The 5th of November is less than 9 months away. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Media coverage of the campaigning and polling leading up to the presidential election ranges from entertaining to appalling. Despite my gnawing hunger for real news that is often lacking in today's news coverage, at least the American people seem to be paying a little more attention than they have in the past. Most of the people I have talked with about the November presidential election have already selected their candidate. Despite the accusations hurled at their candidate, many voters are committed to see it through, no matter what the polls might say. And quite frankly, almost everyone who talks to me about it tells me they wish they had another option. They are not so much in favor of their candidate winning as they are in favor of their candidate's opponent losing. We will elect a new president on November 5th, but even more importantly, all 435 seats in the United States House of Representatives and 34 of the 100 seats in the U.S. Senate will be contested. Not only will we elect our next president, we will determine the makeup of the 119th U.S. Congress. Friends, this is important. Congress enacts the laws that influence our lives every single day. They are responsible for funding government programs and enacting legislation. Our United States Constitution also grants Congress the sole authority to declare war. They have the right to confirm or reject many of the presidential appointments. They have oversight of the executive branch of our government. Please do your research. You have an opportunity to help right this ship. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
AGCO is proud to launch PTX, a new leading brand that aligns precision ag technologies, from precision planting and PTX Trimble. 2 familiar brands with one common goal. Precision Planting and PTX Trimble know farming is easier when systems speak to each other. That's why they provide solutions that connect operations across the crop cycle to unlock visibility and flexibility, regardless of equipment color. Through automation, guidance, and upgrades for every season, PTX is your solution for precision ag technology, empowering you to be more efficient, more accurate, and make agronomic decisions with confidence. You'll find a local dealer network that provides expert knowledge and support for every season. As you focus on maximizing yield, they'll provide reliable service, education, and access to tools that strengthen your inputs. Innovative brands you trust, powerfully simple, seamlessly compatible. PTX. Visit ptxag.com to learn more.
Do Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
Direct cash cattle trades quiet and cash hogs are higher at midday. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity has been quiet. Bids are elusive. Asking prices have surfaced in the south at $184 to $185 live, but still not established in the north. Some business may develop before the end of the day, but significant trade volume is likely going to hold out until sometime Thursday or Friday. Box beef is lower at midday on light demand for solid offerings. Choice down 23 cents at $297.79. Select was 74 cents lower at $291.90. At the Phillip Livestock Auction in South Dakota, it's been a month since the most recent sale, so no comparisons were available. The USDA says demand was good for several strings, load lots, and many packages of feeder steers and feeder heifers, all of which sold on a moderate to active market. The entire supply was home-raised, weaned, and fully vaccinated, with most of the offering carrying light to moderate flesh and were suitable for grass. The heavier weights, moderate to moderate plus flesh cattle, were headed to the feed yard. Medium and large one feeder steers, 567 to 572 pounds, brought $323 to $336. Feeder steers, 685 to 698 pounds, brought $284.50 to $290.50. Medium and large one feeder heifers, 528 to 535 pounds, brought $301 to $306. Cash hogs are higher at midday with solid negotiated purchases. Demand remains a bright spot for the hog market. Processors were a little more aggressive in their procurement efforts and bid up to move needed numbers. Slaughter pace has been strong, signaling those numbers are needed. U.S. pork has been in high demand on the global market, and domestically is seeing some strength as summer grilling season is just around the corner. The industry continues to eye the availability of market-ready hogs and hog weights, which, by the way, held steady this week but are still a pound heavier than year-ago levels. Barrows and Gilt at the National Daily Director up 231 with a weighted average of 88.45. No comparisons at the Iowa, Minnesota, but a weighted average of 89.93. The Western Corn Belt had a weighted average of 89.10. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are steady at $52. At Illinois, slaughter sow prices were $2 lower with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $45 to $57. Barrows and Gilts were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $51 to $61. And pork values were firm at midday, up 16 cents at $99.71. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
We can have a positive impact simply by using our fuels, and we need to get that word out.
Have you listened to the Better, Cleaner Now podcast?
So it's always a good place to start. I love telling the story.
Clean Fuels Alliance America is connecting you to experts who take you behind the scenes to learn the latest on biodiesel, renewable diesel, and sustainable aviation fuel.
It really touches every aspect of our society, from just living our everyday lives to driving to flying. It's everywhere, and it's everything we do.
Don't miss the testimonials.
Without biodiesel and renewable diesel, the LCFS program would not have succeeded.
And opportunities for farmers.
I'm really excited about cover crops. I think they have a tremendous boost to the soil health.
The benefits keep growing.
Let's not wait for zero. Let's do something responsible today.
Subscribe and listen today to the Better, Cleaner Now podcast. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Better, Cleaner Now.
And that has been some commentary from the Brownfield Network and a check of the Midday Livestock Report. It's time now to take a look at our updated funeral announcements, being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information. Should take about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations here in Salem and in Bunker, and also online at our website at ksmoradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick up a copy each and every weekday, or feel free to check it out online. Brenda Pearl Jamerson, age 80, of Viburnum, passed away Saturday. Funeral services will be held tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel, with burial to follow in the Boss Cemetery. Visitation will be this evening from 4 until 7 at the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel. All of the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary, Viburnum Chapel for Brenda Pearl Jamerson, whose funeral services will be tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Bertha Mae Patterson, age 73, formerly of Salem, passed away Saturday in DeSoto. Funeral services will be held Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation on Friday as well from 11 o'clock until service time. Burial will follow the services in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. All of the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Bertha Mae Patterson, whose funeral services will be Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock in the Wilson Mortuary, Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Ernest Dean Look passed away March 20th at the age of 88. Graveside services with military honors will be held at the Oak Ridge Cemetery in Cuba at 1 o'clock Friday afternoon. All of the arrangements are under the direction of the James Agar Mortuary of Rolla for Ernest Dean Look. Graveside services with military honors being held Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Oak Ridge Cemetery in Cuba. Chalmer Ray Morris of Salem passed away April 15th at the age of 84. Funeral services will be held Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Salem Chapel of the James Agar Mortuary. Visitation will be held on Friday as well from 11 o'clock until service time. Interment will follow in the North Lawn Cemetery. All of the arrangements are under the direction of the James Agar Mortuary of Salem for Chalmer Ray Morris, whose funeral services will be Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Salem Chapel of James Agar. Alma Jean Kelly, age 90, formerly of Salem, passed away Tuesday in Rolla. Graveside services will be held Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Missouri State Veterans Cemetery in Waynesville. All of the arrangements will be under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Alma Jean Kelly, whose graveside services will be Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Missouri State Veterans Cemetery in Waynesville. That has been a look at our updated funeral announcements, brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. We invite you to keep it here at KSMO. We'll come back in just a moment with a look at local news.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMOradio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
It's now time for a look at local news, brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. If you'd like more information on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 729-7071. The 9th Annual Veterans Affairs Day will be held Friday, April 26th from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon at the American Legion Post Number 99, located at 2522 Highway 32 West here in Salem. You can come out and learn about changes and requirements for benefits, enroll in the VA health care, and a light lunch will be provided around noon. Veterans Affairs Days is an annual outreach to veterans of central rural Missouri to provide easier access to VA services. It includes American Legion Post District 16 and VFW District 2, which includes Camden, Cole, Crawford, Dent, Howell, Laclede, Marys, Miller, Phelps, Osage, Pulaski, Reynolds, Shannon, Texas, and Wright counties. Representatives from the Department of Veteran Affairs will include enrollment of claims processing specialists, suicide prevention, and a community employment coordinator from the Truman VA Medical Center, as well as benefit advisors from the Veteran Benefit Administration St. Louis Regional Office. The Columbia Veterans Center will have a counselor and advisors on hand in their mobile unit. It doesn't matter when you served. If you have any questions, you're asked to attend. And don't miss out on your hard-earned benefits. You can call the American Legion Post, number 99, VFW Post 6280 at 573-729-3710 for any questions that you may have, or to schedule a private time with a counselor. This is being sponsored by American Legion Post number 99 and the All-American VFW Post 6280. The Merrimack Regional Planning Commission is hosting a Second Chance Job Fair from 10 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. That will take place next Tuesday at 202 North Smith Street in Cuba. The job fair focuses on employers willing to hire individuals who are justice involved or in recovery from substance use disorder. Employers attending include Walmart, Aerofil, Azpec, Imperial, Manchester Packaging, and Cohen Woodworking, with other employers still reserving spaces to attend. The Missouri Job Center, Missouri Baptist Hospital of Sullivan, and Invent Yourself LLC will also be at the event to provide resources to potential employees. The event is open to the public, and attendees will be eligible to win a door prize. This project is funded through a grant from the Health Resources and Services Administration of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, totaling $1 million awarded to MRPC in 2021. Employers and prospective job candidates needing information can call 573-265-2993, extension 141, and get some more information. An accident occurred in Shannon County Monday morning at around 2:20 on Highway 19, 4 miles south of Eminence. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2017 Nissan Altima being driven southbound by 34-year-old Ashley Lewis of Bunker crossed the center line of the roadway and struck a northbound 2011 Chevrolet Silverado being driven by 37-year-old Jessica Sarton of Eminence. Lewis suffered serious injuries and was transported by ambulance to Mercy St. Francis in Mountain View. Sarton suffered moderate injuries and was transported by ambulance to Cox South in Springfield. A passenger in the Nissan, 30-year-old Nicole Holly of Bunker, suffered minor injuries and was taken by ambulance to Cox South in Springfield as well. It was not known whether Lewis was wearing a safety restraint, while Sarton was not and Holly was. Both vehicles were totaled and removed from the scene by Baker's Towing of Birch Tree. And as a reminder, the City of Salem Public Water Supply Annual Water Quality Report has been released, and there were no violations that occurred for the calendar year 2023. All levels of contaminants found in the water were lower than required by government regulations. If you would like to see the City of Salem Annual Water Quality Report, a copy can be found at the City of Salem Administration Building at 4th and Iron Streets, also at the Dent County Courthouse and at the Salem Public Library, or here at the KSMO Studios. And Missouri State Parks and historic sites offer beautiful vistas, opportunities for outdoor adventures, and just peaceful spots for reflections. And if you spend time at Missouri State Parks, be sure to take along your camera and submit your favorite photos in the Missouri DNR Photo Contest. The annual contest is open now through September 1st. It does include 3 categories. The Natural Resources category includes photographs of Missouri's air, landscapes, and waterways. The category of Unique Places It includes photographs taken within one of Missouri state parks or historic sites. And the third and final category includes people enjoying and exploring Missouri's outdoors. Winning photos will be shared on the Missouri Department of Natural Resources website, also on social media, and it'll be showcased at the following year's Missouri State Fair. For contest rules or to enter your photos, visit dnr.mo.gov/photo-contest. You can also email questions about the photo to social media at dnr.mo.gov. Missouri State Parks is a division of the Missouri Department of Natural Resources. And finally, in news this afternoon, this Saturday at the Ozark Natural and Cultural Resource Center on Highway 19 at the exhibit called Crossroads, Change in Rural America, there will be a discussion of one book about Edgar Lee Masters' Spoon Rivers Anthology at 9 o'clock. And then at 10:30, Becky Emhauser presents More Than Money, Being Rich During the Depression. This exhibit is open Monday through Saturday. There's no charge to visit. The Crossroads exhibit is part of the Museum on Main Street, a collaboration between the Smithsonian Institution and state humanities councils nationwide. Support for Museum on Main Street has been provided by the United States Congress. That has been a look at local news brought to you by the SBU Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in the Nursing RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more information about the SBU Salem campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 729-7071.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan or can't afford to go away to college? Or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Wofford & Wofford Plumbing can solve all of your septic problems. They have an electric sewer machine and camera to help locate and solve septic problems. Plus, they can handle all new construction, residential, and commercial plumbing, as well as repairs. Wofford & Wofford Plumbing. Call the office at 729-0014, and they can get you taken care of.
God, I'm so stressed. It's a brand new year and our business is busier than ever.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 35 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Starts at $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Visit Ooma.com. That's OOMA.com to learn more. Ooma. Smart communications for the smarter business.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free! Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
Taking a look at our local sports coverage here on KSMO, the Salem Baseball Tigers got past the Liberty Eagles Monday by a score of 10-5. Hayden Sanders had 5 at-bats and had 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Caden DuBois pitched the majority of the game and tallied 7 strikeouts. The Tigers also played yesterday. They shut out the St. Clair Bulldogs by a score of 9-0. The Tigers' bats really came alive at the top of the sixth when they scored 8 of their 9 runs. Corey Ball took the mound for 6 innings before Roy Stevens finished out the top of the 7th with 2 strikeouts. The Tigers will be heading to Mountain Grove tomorrow evening, weather permitting, of course. The first pitch will be at 4:30. We'll have it here for you at 1340 and 95.7. The Salem Lady Softball Tigers played Mountain Grove on Monday. They lost by a score of 6-9. Then they went to East Carter yesterday and lost 15-0. Their next game will be at home against Ava tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. The game will be covered on KSMO Radio and live streamed on KSMOradio.com, starting with Tiger Talk at around 4:15. The Salem Tennis Tigers shut out Liberty by a score of 9-0. Then they played Osage yesterday and lost by a score of 9-0. Today they'll be on the road to attend the West Plains Invitational. The Cardinals are mourning the loss of Hall of Famer Whitey Herzog. He passed away at the age of 92. He led the Cardinals to 3 World Series and, of course, a championship back in 1982, and responsible for bringing Ozzie Smith to the Cardinals. The Cardinals played 2 games against the Athletics yesterday. They won 3-2. That was game 2 of the series. They'll finish that series up today. We'll have the pregame show for you starting at 1:40 here on KSMO. Also, the Kansas City Royals were rained out yesterday in Chicago, and so they'll play a doubleheader this afternoon. The first game will get underway at 1:10. And the Blues are back on the ice tonight to face the Dallas Stars. That game can be heard here on KSMO starting with the pregame at 8 o'clock. That has been a look of our local sports coverage. Right now, sports from across the state from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The Cardinals beat the A's 3-2, scoring all their runs without recording a hit. Brendan Donovan scored Mason Wynn on a ground out early, and then the Cardinals scored a pair of runs in the top of the 6th on sacrifice flies from Wynn and Jordan Walker to take that 3-2 lead. Manager Ollie Marmol likes the way that the young guys are approaching the game.
They're not trying to do too much, and Walker is going to start taking better at-bats today. It was a better day for him. Wynn continues to take really good at-bats and had some productive ones today. Overall, they've done a really nice job. They're playing the game the right way, and situationally today was awesome.
The story was Lance Lynn. He got his first win of the season, gave up 2 runs, 1 earned on 5 hits in 7 innings.
Take what they're going to give you each day. They were swinging early, so, kind of get your outs early, get them quick, and then, see how long you can stay in there.
I think the Cardinals found their closer, Ryan Helsley, picked up his 7th save.
It's a lot easier when you know what inning you have to prepare for, and, just helps you focus on your craft and, be ready when your name's called.
All right, Cardinals back to 500 at 9-9. Stephen Matz will start today against Oakland, 2:37 our time. The Royals were rained out in Chicago. They'll play a doubleheader today. The first game starting just after 1. The second game shortly after that. Hall of Fame baseball manager Whitey Herzog has died at 92. He managed the Cardinals to a World Series title in 1982, as well as pennants in 85 and 87. He also took the Royals to 3 straight playoff matches in the late 70s against the Yankees. He was inducted into Cooperstown in 2010.
Being elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, is like going to heaven before you die.
Mizzou baseball beat Missouri State for the 3rd straight time, a 6-2 final. The Tigers lead the Bears in the all-time series 33-31. The Tigers will play the defending national champs LSU this weekend. Last midweek game of the season for Mizzou softball, taking on SIU Edwardsville. And the St. Louis Blues finish the season at Dallas tonight. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 27th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Getting ready to take on spring? Take on the work with Stihl. Lightweight and maneuverable, the Stihl MS-162 chainsaw is as powerful as it is easy to use. Whether you're tackling spring cleanup or prepping firewood for fall, Get to work with STIHL. Right now, you can save $20 on the gas-powered MS-162 chainsaw. Real STIHL. Find yours at STIHLdealers.com. Offer valid for a limited time only while supplies last. See participating dealer for details.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem License Office, Roberts Judson Lumber Company, and the Main Street Country Corner Cafe, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Townscreen in Salem.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 27th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
We have a chance of seeing some fairly heavy rainfall tomorrow into tomorrow night, and then the wind will change directions around to the north, and we'll have some cooler weather beginning on Friday and into the weekend. We'll tell you about the forecast right after the top of the hour. Right now, a quick break, and we'll come back with news from the Missouri Net.
Hello, my name is Dr. Nasser Al-Masalma, but you can call me Dr. Al. I am a board-certified physician on internal medicine at SMDH, Family Medicine, where I look to find the cause of your health problem, then prescribe the right treatment and remedy to make you healthy again. I'm accepting new patients, so please call 729-8000 to make an appointment. Salem Memorial District Hospital, every patient, every encounter, every time.
As a kid, I would get so excited when I would hear the ice cream truck. It's the same feeling I get with my favorite icy drinks at McDonald's. Any size iced coffee is just $2.69 every day. Any size frozen drink is just $2.19 every day. Like a frozen Coke, frozen Dr. Pepper, or frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry. So what's better than hearing the ice cream truck? Hearing this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Over the years, it has meant the Gas House Gang, Stan the Man, Lou Brock, Bob Gibson, the Wizard, Big Mac, Yachty, Waino, and Pujols. All those names, and they provided so many memories. St. Louis Cardinals baseball, most importantly, has meant championship baseball. We'll be describing every play right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 27th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
Missouri Net News. I'm Elisa Nelson. Thunderstorms are expected to return tonight to parts of Missouri, mainly the Kansas City area and parts of western Missouri. The Missouri House of Representatives has given initial approval today to a crime package. Highlights of the plan include changes to jury duty pay, tougher punishment for people who fire a gun into the air to celebrate, and it would create mental health treatment courts. The Missouri Senate is considering a bill that would create a work group to come up with an educational curriculum about the prejudice and violence that minority groups have experienced. It is sponsored by University City Democrat Brian Williams.
The framework would include the story of Celia, a victim of slavery and sexual violence who was executed in Missouri in 1855 simply for defending herself against her owner, Robert Newsom.
This is Missouri Net.
Planning a home improvement project? Always remember that working near electrical wires or equipment can be dangerous. Keep an eye out for and avoid overhead lines when moving ladders or working on your roof. If you need to work near an electric line, ask your local electric cooperative to disconnect service wires so you can work safely. Keep safety first. Always. We are Missouri's electric cooperatives. Learn more at membersfirst.coop today.
Getting ready to take on spring? Make your first move with the reliable performance and power of Steel battery tools. From hedge trimmers and mowers to string trimmers and more, save on select Steel battery tools. Right now, save $50 on the RMA 460V lawnmower battery set. Real Steel. Find yours at SteelDealers.com. With AK30 battery and AL101 charger. Offer valid for a limited time only while supplies last. See participating dealer for details.
Hi, I'm Andrew